this video we're going to be covering the database generator and the drivers library that is available in our database. So for example, to see the existing database, all you need to do, if you double click on any device or any of the ports, you will have a library here that shows up right away, and you can see in the library it has all serial and digital IOs, IR, relay and Ethernet. So now we are talking about already the database that is existing for drivers that is there. But if you go here and open, you can go to my device library and you can see it's empty. The reason is my device library is directly related to our database generator, and whenever you generate a device or add a driver to our database generator, it shows in this list. So to demonstrate this, let us go to our database generator and show you a few of the new functions that is there. So to do so, all you need to do is you go to Tools, Database Generator, and it's gonna open immediately the database generator here. So here you have a few choices. You can add a device, from A10 library and modify it, and you can add a device from another library. So for this case, we are going to add a new device. Now, as soon as you add a new device, here you can specify the brand, the category, and everything. You have to specify them all. So let's say today we are gonna create a driver for A10 PDU, for example. So you need to specify the model as well. And then you just need to add the version. And if you remember, for our PDUs, we work with Ethernet, and some of the new models will work also with serial ports. So as soon as you do so, you see here that this page comes out, and then you can add here by adding the device. So you can name the function by double clicking here and renaming it. So we will say on/off, for example. Then you need to insert the command. So the command here we have is, if you remember, switch outlet 01 on IME, and then you have \r/n, and you can here, instead of adding that, you can just press enter here and it will add \r/n. So this is the very basic idea of how to add in the device library a new command. But we also added some new features. For example, now for example, you have in the outlet, in the PDU, we have 8 outlets, as we mentioned before. Now let's say you want to have here a drop down menu with 1 to 8, for example, instead of just going in and writing each and every command individually. So to do this drop down menu, we added this button, and you can add a drop down menu right away. And then I can remove this 1 and 0 and go inside these 2 boxes, and I can write from 1 and then dash, which is 2, 8. So this will allow you, while you're writing your drivers, instead of writing each and every command separately, if there is one specific command that applies to multiple ports or multiple devices with a sequence of number, to add this drop down menu and easily have it there by specifying from and to and adding a dash in between. Now in another case, now we have commands for on and we have commands for off. Now let's say in this case as well, I want to add a drop down menu, but this drop down menu will only consist, for example, of 2 different things. So I can just remove on here and add off, and add another drop down menu, and in the drop down menu I can write on and then apostrophe and off. So by adding this, you can see here that we added two different drop-down menu, and we have here an exclamation mark. This exclamation mark, we need to actually specify how many drop-down menu that we have in this command, and actually add a star for each of them. As soon as I add the 2 stars and press enter, the exclamation mark goes, and this command is ready with 2 different drop-down menu. One is for numbers, or like a serial of numbers from 1 to 8, which is the number of outlets, for example, on the PDU. In other cases, let's say a number of mics that is there in the setup, or for any other application with numbers. The other thing, we added also the drop-down menu to actually toggle between on and off. And in this case, we didn't use the dash between on and off, we used the apostrophe between them. Now, one more thing you can do actually is you can actually add a space there, so you can write the command that you want to write, and you will have a space to write the command. So to show you that as well, we will add a new function, for example here, and let's also call it like on and off, just in case. And then we can add the same command here, and we will show you exactly how it looks like afterwards. So SW O, and then let's say here I want to add a space for me to actually write the number instead of having a drop-down menu. You can just click on that, and then I can go ahead and add another space for on and off. Then I can go and just write Amy, and then if I press here on the enter, it will close the command for me with \r/n. So now we created this product, like this driver for this product on our database generator. Now again, you see we have those two things, so we actually need to add 2 stars for them. Now let's save it, and as soon as you save it, you can see here that it is added to my library. Now let's go back and try to look for it in the library. So to do so, let's add a new device, and this new device, it's gonna be our PDU. So if you remember, when in the beginning of the video, you will find it in my device library, and all I need to do is double click, and it's added here as a PDU. And then what I can do is go and specify the IP address for that PDU right after, and specify the username, specify the password, and then you're good to go. So to show you what exactly we did for this, let's add a button, and then let's go to the new PDU we added, which is here will be specified with the number. As you can see here, those are the 2 drivers we added, or the 2 commands we added in the created driver. So let's see the one first with the drop down menu. Let's click on it, and as you can see, it's added there. And if you click here, you can see here a drop down menu from 1 to 8, and you can see here a drop down menu with on and off. Of course, this makes everything quite easy for you, so that you can specify the number of the outlet, specify whether you want the command on and off, and you're good to go. You don't need to write that. Now let's check the other one which we created, which you will have space to actually write what you want. And you can see, as soon as you double click, you can add the number of the outlet, and here whether it's on or off. So this was the video covering like the database generator and some added new feature in it, and how you add a new driver, and how can you find the driver you added in the device list. Also we demonstrated the drop down menu feature which is added, as well as the brackets, so you can write the command yourself. Thank you very much.